Okay, this is an update to a number of issues that have been coming up during the Senate campaign here in Ohio. Unfortunately, it comes while the Buckeyes are about to probably, in all likelihood, lose their perfect season. I mean, they're losing to Purdue. So this Daily Wire article happens to have a Pure Michigan ad at the top, if you can see here. So the world is just mocking me while I have to defend the senator from Ohio, this piece of crap, Sherrod Brown. And I have to defend him not because I like him, and I'm not going to vote for him for sure. There's no way I'm going to vote for Sherrod Brown. I think he is a piece of scum. I think that the whole issue with the domestic violence is a credible issue that should be on the table. However, what James Rennaci, his opponent, is doing is dredging up some allegations of sexual harassment from the 1980s that can't be verified, at least not yet. So I'm sorry, Mr. Rennaci, but I think that if you're somebody who has a consistent set of beliefs, you believe in the presumption of innocence, you believe in the right of everybody to face their accusers, each defendant to face their accusers. That includes Sherrod Brown. That includes Keith Ellison. That includes Tavis Smiley. That includes people that I don't agree with, people that I don't like. It says here, so we'll try to read through as much of this as we can. Not the whole thing. It says, in what Democratic Senator Sherrod Brown of Ohio is decrying is nothing less than character assassination. Republican Senate candidate Representative Jim Rennaci's campaign issued a news release late Thursday detailing the unsubstantiated allegations of an unnamed woman who said that Brown made an unexpected, uninvited, unwanted, and sudden advance on her, roughly pushing her up against a wall in the late 1980s. The Rennaci campaign news release features a statement from attorney Laura Mills, who is a supporter and former business partner of the congressman, who said she was put into contact with an unnamed accuser by a friend. Like the accusations against now Supreme Court Justice Brett Kavanaugh, the allegation against Brown includes no date, location, or corroborating evidence. Okay, and this is the Daily Wire. This isn't like the USA Today or some, Daily Beast saying that. I think that if you're a person, it doesn't matter if you're conservative or liberal, you should all agree that when somebody makes an accusation, it is in their best interest to give as much detail as possible and not just rely on this believe victims, believe women, believe even, by the way, there's also male victims of sexual assault out there too. So I think that whatever the case is, when there was the Jerry Sandusky issue back in 2011, I believe, at Penn State, what happened with Sandusky sexually assaulting those kids was credible because there were a number of people who could bring actual evidence and corroborating testimony to help them. And it wasn't at the end of the day, you can't prove beyond a reasonable doubt that somebody is a sexual predator unless you have something beyond just your own recollections without any details to it. And that's what did in Jerry Sandusky. And I think that you have to remember cases that are not political in order to get a consistent opinion about how these things are supposed to go down. You can't just rely on, oh, this guy, it seems like a creep. He seems like somebody who's disgusting or whatever, because my personal image of that person is so bad that I would love to believe that this person is a sexual predator. Therefore, I will disregard the lack of evidence that is submitted by the accuser. So, James Rennaci, if he continues to do this without any substantial proof, because as of right now, there's only, and you can go read through this. As of right now, there's only some hearsay that's been given to an attorney that he knows. Now, I will say that what I found interesting is that Sherrod Brown's lawyer is a guy named Mark Elias. And Mark Elias, and this is the same Mark Elias, and I don't know if it is an attorney at Perkins Coie. Okay? Perkins Coie is well known as basically, first of all, he's very, very deep in the DNC. He's a DNC attorney, basically. He said Mark's clients include dozens of U.S. senators, governors, representatives, and their campaigns. Served as general counsel to Hillary for America, Hillary Rodham Clinton's presidential campaign in 2016. He served in the same role for John Kerry's presidential campaign in 2004. But if he's working for Perkins Coie, which is deeply, deeply, deeply embroiled in the Russia investigation, I don't trust Sherrod Brown's lawyer. I don't trust Sherrod Brown. I think Sherrod Brown is he does have some positive aspects if you're somebody who really is who supports labor unions and also protectionist trade policies against free trade, things like that. There are things that you can find positive in Sherrod Brown. I don't really respect him that much beyond that. I think he is a greasy piece of crap. Okay, but I need to see more, and I'm not going to believe this person just because, first of all, he's a Democrat, and because this would be comeuppance for the whole issue with Brett Kavanaugh, as well as the fact that Mark Elias happens to be his attorney, and Mark Elias is a major Democratic operative. Okay, so yeah, if somebody wants to take this seriously, you need to see something that actually substantiates it. So that's about it. I don't think that there's much to talk about beyond that at this point, but I'll keep monitoring, especially closing in on Election Day, which is in about two weeks, I think, 2 to 3 weeks. And we'll see exactly what happens. At this point, I don't know if I can vote for Jim Rennaci if he does crap like this. And I don't think most Americans, Americans would like to see, most Ohioans, I mean. I don't think most Ohioans are really, they're really going to buy bullshit, even if they are turning more towards the Trump agenda than the Democrats. Sherrod Brown is an individual. He's not really somebody that I respect on a personal level, but I'm not going to buy into this crap if I don't see any proof. That's about it. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, share the video, and comment when it uploads. Also subscribe to my other channel, Razor Ray Live Wounds. Subscribe to me on BitChute, Chef Leopard, and also look me up on Patreon, also at Chef Leopard. Have a good night.